My ex refused to sign divorce papers for 8 months while planning his wedding to another woman. So, I reminded him of my wife rights. Just sign the papers, Brandon. I'll get to it. That was month 3 of asking. Month 3 of him living with Melissa, his 26-year-old assistant. Month 3 of them posting engagement photos while I was still legally his wife. You're engaged to someone else. Yeah, but divorce is so final, you know. We were together 12 years, Lauren, which is why you should sign. Melissa understands. She's not in a rush. Melissa understood because she didn't know. Brandon told everyone we were divorced already, posted about his fresh start and new chapter, while the papers sat unsigned on his kitchen counter. I knew because his mother called me. The engagement party is next month. Will that be awkward for you? Considering we're still married? Yes. What? That was an interesting conversation. Month 5, I hired a second lawyer. Can we force it? Eventually, but it'll take another year minimum. He's contesting everything. What's there to contest? We split everything already. He says he wants the coffee maker. The $40 coffee maker? He's stalling. Month 6, Melissa called me. Can you stop harassing Brandon about your old relationship? Our current marriage, you mean? He told me the divorce was finalized last year. Check the public records. She hung up. Brandon called an hour later. Why are you ruining my life? Sign the papers. After what you just did? No. Month 8, everything changed. Brandon had a heart episode at the gym, minor arrhythmia, but they kept him overnight for tests. Melissa called me from the hospital. Just so you know, he's fine. Not that you care. Room number? Why? I'm his wife. Legal next of kin. The hospital will tell me anyway. I heard her sharp intake of breath. I showed up an hour later with flowers. Melissa was holding his hand when I walked in. Get out, she said. Can't. Wife privileges. I set the flowers down. How are you feeling, honey? Brandon went pale. Lauren, what are you doing? Checking on my husband. The nurse came in. Mrs. Davidson, we have some forms for you to sign. It's Miss, Melissa started. I'm Mrs. Davidson, I said, showing my ID. Still had his last name. Never bothered changing it back. The nurse handed me power of attorney forms, insurance paperwork, medical decisions. Why does she get those? Melissa demanded. She's his wife. Legal next of kin. Melissa turned to Brandon. Tell them we're engaged. Engagement doesn't override marriage, the nurse said. Only a spouse can make medical decisions unless there's other paperwork. I sat down, reading through forms. Melissa, honey, could you get us some coffee? 2 sugars for Brandon. I'm not leaving. Sure about that? I looked at Brandon. Because we need to discuss some marital issues, private medical decisions. She stormed out. Brandon struggled to sit up. You can't do anything. I'm fine. Today. But what if you weren't? I pulled up a chair. See, here's the thing. You've been dragging this out for 8 months, making me wait while you plan a wedding, lying to everyone. Lauren, if something happens to you, heart attack, car accident, coma, I will make every decision. Every single one. You wouldn't pull the plug? Have you cremated? Throw your ashes in the garbage disposal? His monitor started beeping faster. That's sick. So is making me stay married to you while you fuck your secretary. She's not my secretary anymore, because you're unemployed. Oh wait, Melissa doesn't know that either, does she? More beeping. I stood up. Sign the divorce papers, Brandon. Or next time you're in here, I might not be so generous. You're threatening me? I'm informing you of the legal reality. I'm your wife. Your everything goes through me. Forever. Until you sign. Melissa came back with security. She's harassing him. I showed my ID. I'm his wife. Check your records. Security left. Melissa started crying. Brandon looked between us. Sign the papers, I said. Or explain to your fiancé why your wife has more rights than she does. 3 days later, the papers arrived. Signed, notarized, expedited. The divorce was final in 48 hours. His wedding is next month. Melissa sent me an invitation, probably by accident. I RSVP'd no, but I kept it, just in case they need a reminder of who almost controlled the plug.